So are you thinking about selling your home, but you're just not sure if it's now's the right time to sell it in a declining market? Interest rates are now up, inflation is now up, and you're just not sure what the right decision is? In this video, I'm going over 5 questions to ask yourself if you are thinking about selling your home in a declining market. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into it. Question number 1 to ask yourself is, where are you going? Are you upsizing? Are you downsizing? What area are you going to go to? Are you moving to a different province? Are you moving to a different market area? Or are you planning on renting and riding this wave out, cashing out now and just going to ride it out? It's all really going to depend on what you're looking for, what's really at stake for you. So what are you trying to achieve? Question number 2, and I'm going to sound like your employer on this one, but what is your 5 to 10-year plan? And I'm not trying to pry too much. Obviously plans can change, and this is just really a baseline what I'd like to ask, because if you are planning to maybe use this property, maybe you're looking to sell and then cash out and use the next property as another stepping stone. Maybe you're looking to move up in purchase price. That's going to change the overall suggestions than if you're looking to retire or downsize in a couple years, that sort of thing. So there's a number of different questions, but what does your 5 to 10-year plan look like? It is very important, and it's really going to be each individual base, because what might make sense for me and my motivations on why I'm choosing to move might not make sense for you. Question number 3 is, how much can you afford to lose? I know that sounds, a little bit redundant. Nobody likes losing money. Nobody likes losing anything in general. We like to be generally, as a society, everybody likes to be a winner, right? And nobody wants to admit they lost, or I lost this amount of money. You talk to gamblers and they always tell you how much money they won, but they never tell you how much money they lost. So this is really just, how much can you afford to lose? Really, all these questions are really going to tie into each other, and just questions to really ask yourself. Are you prepared to maybe lose? Maybe you just bought a year ago and now prices are down, say 10% from what they were last year, what you bought at. So you might take a loss on this property, and maybe that's a consideration that you need to be making on it. But it might make sense if you do have a longer time horizon, and if you are looking to maybe move into something a little bit more suitable for you in the future, because maybe if you're buying and selling in the same marketplace, you might be able to benefit from a 10% lower purchase price on your sale here. Maybe it's $800,000, and now you're moving up in the purchase price to $1 million. It might make a little bit more sense for you than if you're going the opposite and looking to downsize. So it really depends on. Number 4, and this one is important, it is, how motivated are you? So this is something that we do not, if you are going into, you don't want other people to know that you're motivated to sell. Sometimes it's good to have, a close knit, maybe share that with your real estate agent, but it also really ties into it. Do you need to get out now? Maybe you have to satisfy other debts. Maybe you have to get out now. If the market is continuing to trend, so we look at trend lines, and if the market is continuing to trend down, does it make sense to sell now before it hits the bottom? Or does it make sense, if you can afford some time, you can wait it out and maybe sell a little bit higher? But if you are looking to net a certain amount of money and you need it in a short time period, you might have to cut your losses and get out now versus waiting out the valley there. Every real estate market should come back. And this really comes back to that question number 2, is that time horizon. How much time can you afford in 5 to 10 years? Because then you can ride out the waves, and real estate market cycles normally will go up and down. And that's typical, but we've been in an all-time bull market really for the last little bit, especially in the Okanagan. It's been on a steady increase, and in the last 5 years, we saw a 40% purchase price increase, benchmark price for the Central Okanagan for home prices. So are you tight on money? Do you need more space? Are your kids growing? That's another motivation that really, I have a young family and our family's growing. We got toys coming out of our yin yang, have enough space. Sometimes it feels like, right? So it really depends on how motivated are you, and do you need something else? Maybe some additional space. And number 5, and this one might surprise you. All those questions may or may not matter if you're buying and selling in the same market. So if you are buying and selling in the same market, there's a good chance that a lot of those questions might not matter, because it's all going to be balanced out. If you're going to be buying and selling, if you're going to be selling your $1 million house and buying another house that's relatively in the same price range, you're going to be kind of netting out the same. You're going to be down fees. There's additional fees, stress, costs of moving, different things that will factor into it. So it's not all the net new, but generally speaking, it might not matter as much as you're thinking. So it's really going to come down to each individual situation, and that's really where we have to tailor it. So if you are thinking about somewhere in the Okanagan, we also have colleagues throughout Canada that I can get you in touch with. I can give you and help you and guide you through this process. So please feel free to reach out, shoot me an email, give me a call, text message, whatever works for you, or comment in the comments below. I'd love to help you. That is the top 5 things that you should be considering